exiting the... Look at him. This is your future, Lies. That's not funny. Let's see if anybody comes on. It usually takes like a minute.
What do you call it?
Yeah, no, I'm using Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're using my Wi-Fi?
Let's see if it'll come on. We'll see. Usually it takes like a minute and then people start coming on.
Yeah.
But no, just a couple people. What's up, guys? Ask me anything. Ask me welding questions. Ask me about this hot spring. Say happy birthday to Dad.
What about?
Wait, he's got you on video.
It's not video, it's live.
Video live.
There's always a couple people.
Angry, fucking angry.
What's up, brother? Nah, I don't know what a life it is. What's up, guys? Oh, happy birthday. What's up, good sir? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Ask me anything. What do you all want to know?
Did someone said happy birthday, Papa?
A bunch of people saying happy birthday. It's Dad's birthday today. We're not putting no video out today because it's Dad's birthday. Say what's up. Say. There he
60.
is. 60 years old.
60 years old.
He looks it, doesn't he? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I really do. Ask me anything. Do you have any questions about the welding industry, the welding business, welding rod, the companies I work with? What beer am I drinking? Some sort of Pilsner. Let me see. The Berga? I don't know. Berga Pilsner. How hard is it to convert your MIG welder to a bore welding rig? I'm not really sure about that. I was working with a guy out in California, and I was about to go ahead and get into that, but I ended up not doing it. I gotta open it up so I can see all the chats. How many more, sir? I don't know. This is the last one. What's my favorite kind of beer? I like a Pilsner or a lager. Cheers, Nick. What's up, Anthony? I'm in my second year of welding apprenticeship. Love your videos. Thank you, brother. I appreciate anxiety online. Yeah, I feel that way. I feel you on that. Bet you're going to fart in that thing. Absolutely. Absolutely I am. You're 100% right. Can't weld in a pool, fool. Sure I can.
It's a hot spring.
As long as it's not AC. It's a hot spring, yeah, right? No, this is in Montana. It is kind of redneck. All right, let's see what we got going on here. What's up, buddy? How's the new house coming along? It's coming along all right. It's not great. Oh, hold on. Trying to get everybody. I thought that was a Kegato. I don't know. Oh, you just bought a Kegato. Cheers, guys. The ESOP Volt Welding. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'd like to try one out. I'm going to be at FabTech come here the 11th to the 14th, so I'll get a live while I'm there, and maybe I'll get somebody to film me. How often do I TIG weld? As often as I can. I don't know. I like it. I like aluminum TIG. I really don't like the rest of it. I don't like stainless. I don't like steel. I'd rather stick or MIG for those things. Yeah, it's worth it. D-SWAS. I love welding. You know, you might too, you might not. What I would suggest is go to Harbor Freight, buy yourself a $100 machine. If you don't like it, don't do it. 6013 today. Yeah, 6013 is a little bit of a pain in the ass. They call it a farmer's rod. Because you can burn through paint, grease, whatever, and it usually will stick. Yes, you can arc gouge with no air pressure. That would be, Rock Mountain sells a rod called the Electra AAA that does it. Hello, Jose from Puerto Rico. 7018 starts. How do you start yours? Walk it, run it back. Do the trash or you let it tap? I let it tap and heat up. Usually with 7018 with Flux core, I'll run it in and run it back out. If you use a bore welding wand instead of a MIG gun with a wire twisting kink, I have no idea, bud. I've never tried that. That's probably a question for IC Weld if you can get a hold of them. A kegerator. That's all good, dude. Southeast Wyoming. I probably will be at some point. So William Dunn, hit me up on Instagram. I'll come see you. I don't care. Thanks, Jimmy. CNSMTB. Thanks, man. I got it from Dad. He's sitting over there. He doesn't give a single fuck. No, this is my mom.
Hi.
That's not my wife. That's my mom. My wife's sitting over there next to my dad. Dad's not really a camera guy. What's my favorite thing about melting metal together? I don't know, it's soothing. Nobody can talk to you. Practice, 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 guys. Absolutely. So, how's your life? And you should invite me over for a party. Well, this isn't my house. I wish it was. It's
no,
just
it's
called Norris Hot Spring here in Montana. I come here probably like once a month. This is hot spring water that they pump in over from the river, which has a bunch of hot springs in it. Hola from England. What's up, brother?
England.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of English guys watch the channel.
Really? You tell.
Thank you, man. I'm gonna take my time. I'm probably gonna start putting less videos out. I think I'm gonna step away from the one video a week because I feel like my quality's slipping between trying to do all the stuff I do. Help me learning watch videos. Awesome, Angel. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Thank you. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you got your certificate. Do you do any puddle manipulation when I MIG weld? It depends. You know, I read the puddle and see what it needs. Does it need to manipulate, or can I just push it? You know, when you say MIG weld, I assume you mean gas shielded welding. What's up, JF? Thanks, Jewel. I appreciate it, brother. Dude, be careful giving out your exact location. Yeah. Have fun. I got more guns than most people. have fun finding me. Besides, I live in the middle of nowhere. I got a Fornish Transsteel 220. Even though I'm retired, I'm interested in learning to weld. Jose, I would watch Jody, Weldmonger. He's the best at teaching. He's very patient. He explains things very well. He's the guy I would look at. I would look at weldingtipsandtricks.com if you haven't watched his. Thanks, JF. I really appreciate that, man. It takes a lot of time and effort to make the content. Yes, I have stick welded aluminum many times, and it's a nasty process. Probably the nastiest that you can do. It just spits and pops everywhere. A lot of smoke. I don't like doing it. I'd rather either spool gun or TIG aluminum. I'm doing pretty good, Jimmy. Thanks, man. I'll keep it up, Rock. I'm doing my best. Yeah, right. Well, it's you know, like I said, it's Dad's birthday, so I had to take the day off. Even though I did work on my man lift this morning. You ever in LA? I would love to meet. Yeah, I might go to LA someday. Probably not super likely, but I might. Who knows? Who knows? I'm getting pulled all over the country right now. People want me to weld with them. Awesome, JF. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is an indispensable thing. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate that, man. I'm doing my best. I really am. Oh, come on, Cole. You ain't trash. I'm sure you're a great welder, brother. I'm sure you're great.
Practice.
Yep, like that guy said, practice. If you feel like that, just practice more. Ever figure out the water problem though? Yeah, we drilled another well. We only got 4 gallons a minute, but we're gonna put a cistern in most likely. All right. Man, it was like Rapid Question City for a second there. Yeah. I don't blame you. Cheers, JF. Cheers, brother. You taught me so much, too. I'm 50 years old, and they helped me more than the school I went to. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Joel. You know, keep doing it, man. I thought those picture perfect IG welds. Does it? No, man, it doesn't always have to be pretty. Sometimes it can't be. I mean, you weld in some cast aluminum sometimes, and the shit just keeps boiling up on you. You just need it to stick most of the times, but you want to make it nice as weld as you can, especially if you're doing something like handrail or whatever, you know? No, man, I'm going to show them fucking pepperonis. No problem, Jewel. See, no, you're not too old to learn, Jose. Anybody can learn at any time. You know, you just got to be willing to shift your mindset possibly. Or, you know, maybe you're already there. I don't know. I don't know you that well. You think there's money to be made in mobile TIG welding? Yes, there is. There's lots of money. All of stainless steel, like your chemical plants, are all stainless steel TIG weld. I mean, that's where those dudes make money. I mean, there's like $65 an hour, $17 an hour for the rig, and then like 100 to like 180 per diem usually. So, all right, you think? Have a good day, Brett. Have a good day. That's cool. Do I post myself on Craigslist? Yeah, I do. If I need the work, if things are slow, I'll jump to Craigslist. In the winter here in Montana, things significantly slow down. That's just kind of part of what it is. And people usually go to plowing snow or doing shop fabrication or things like that if they need to make up for it. Plans to upgrade my newer rig? Yeah, of course. How soon? No idea. I mean, it'll happen when it happens. Jackie Chan, that's funny. Palm arc gouging as a poem. I think you mean air arc gouging. I think that's what you meant there. Air arc gouging is quicker. It's cleaner. I am really good with a torch because it's all I had for a number of years, so I just do what I can when I can. OA torch tips do you use? I don't use 770. I think for me, IC's a little quick. You know, he's got a quick hand. That guy's got a steady, super steady hand. So I'm not even in the same league as him when it comes to torch cutting. You know, I'm pretty close, but IC's got it dialed. I mean, that guy can cut his name in cursive and with no slag on it. You know, so you too, Jose. Have a great day, man. What do I think about refrigeration work? I've never done any, so I really don't have any thoughts on it. It could be good though. Hello from Montana, 125. Southwest Florida, some of the local spots, don't see paying well. Yeah, Southwest Florida is a rough one. My buddy, actually his name's Matt too, ironically, owns his own sewage treatment repair company down in Southwest Florida. He does really well, but he owns the company. Cast iron, Polaris AAA from, I think it's Polaris AAA, I could be wrong, from Rockmount, or there's several other companies that make like nickel 55 rods, and I've used both with success on both, so I really don't have a preference there. You're in New Jersey, Jewel, very cool. Yeah, this spot really don't have no mountains, I can't really show you, but this is what it looks like. Yeah, the nickel rods are very expensive, Jewel. Very, very, very expensive. So you just got to build it into the price if you're doing it for a customer. If you're doing it for practice, it's hard. It's a hard one. No problem, Meticulous Metalworks. I like that name. That's a really good name. Oh, of course I do. 125. What is this? Every day, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately. I've heard 400 degrees preheat, but I'm not really sure. I think it's like 80 here.
No, not even.
It's not even 80?
It's like 75.
75. Mom says 75. Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had people. Yeah, no, I don't do $20 welding jobs. My minimum is $100 shop. My minimum mobile is 3 hours, and I'm $135 an hour. So, you know, pay it or don't. I'll find somebody else who want me to weld. Fishing, this is the fishing capital of Montana from what I understand, but I am not a fly fisherman. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of time to learn how to fly fish. Maybe one day. My dad wants to learn, but I'm not the guy to teach him, so I really no tips on that. Can my mom weld? No, she hasn't tried, but I'm positive she could because she's a meticulous individual, which is funny that your name is Meticulous Metalworks. A multi-quip engine drive welder. No, I've never even heard of it, bud. No, Dustin, never heard of that one.
I can bake and cook like a son of a bitch.
Chris the Cool, it grinds my gears, man.
Jimmy.
You can cook? Yeah, my mom's a great cook.
Like a son of a bitch.
We were going to make her a YouTube channel for her cooking and her baking, but the guy did shoddy camera work, and I had 10 episodes of crap. I couldn't even, it was like this, the videos.
Smoke too much pot.
Oh, #1 subscriber from the Caribbean. I wouldn't doubt that. I do have a dude who's pretty consistent from the Bahamas who likes to message me. What's up, Welding Welder? How'd you get that one? That's a good one. Instead for a YouTube name. If you don't mind me asking, what do you think is the most important thing to have on a engine drive welder? Easy. Second most important, a torch set. Third most important, a grinder. That could be changed out, second or third. But, very easy. Can you get out of a scope or pay? That's crazy, $50, $70 an hour. I don't start my truck for that much. $50 to $70 an hour is low, bud. Unless you're just welding nonsense and they're providing the consumables and covering it underneath their insurance, you don't carry insurance, and you have an old used rig, and you're basically just putting that in your pocket. Because I make like $50 to $70 an hour after it's all said and done, Flux core job's good enough for small. Yeah, flux core is great for anything, really anything. You just need the correct size wire and the correct size machine to run it. I've seen it used on 2-inch structural. Just became a pile driver on the West Coast, 3rd period apprentice, just started welding, but watch your channel. No problem, James. I'm glad you like it. I've got all your stickers all over my shop. Awesome, thanks, Dan. I appreciate the support. Only shakes. I don't know what that means. Hey, Anthony, I just bought my. Yeah, that's a good little machine. I've never ran one, but I have some buddies who have the Outlaw 195, and they love it. Weld and Power 250. If you have an Instagram, JF, I would love to see that machine. Shoot me a DM with that machine, because I'm curious what a Weld and Power 250 is, because I've never heard of it. That sounds really cool, though. Nice, Joel. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Thank you, guys. Thank you to those of you who went out and bought some merch. I'm going to be doing more competitions. We're going to wait until we get over this hump of Fab Tech. Oh, it's a Link. Okay, I know exactly what machine it is. It's basically a pre-Ranger. You too, Chris. I appreciate it. No, I'm going to do my best. Like I said, this week we're not doing anything. The videos just weren't right. Didn't have enough time. And like I said, it's Dad's birthday, so. So. Dual shield. Dual shield's really great. It's hot, it's fast, there's plenty of it. Dual shield's great for structural, especially. I don't like dual shield for things like crack repair because I think it's too hot and too fast. I prefer 7018. What do you think of the Miller Thunderbolts? I've never welded with one. I want one just because it's kind of goofy and it's kind of the competitor to the Lincoln Tombstone. So I would like to try one out, Pete, at some point. Maybe I'll buy one. Till it's windy though, right? Yeah, pretty much. I've had a lot of problems with dual shield in the past over wind. The Ranger 8, yeah, Ranger 8's a great machine. I ran the one that I raffled off to Michael Brown of Iowa.
Nice guy.
A few times, very nice guy. My mom and my dad actually delivered that welding machine for me. And we have a video of that coming out here soon. Just gonna be a short video. And he sent me some videos of him, or pictures of him welding with it today. I'm very happy a guy who really needed it got it. I built my business from the inspiration I got from you. I'm 2 years in, and the phone does not stop ringing. Well, congratulations, Blake. You're doing something a lot of people are not able to do, and it sounds like you've really taken in what I have to say and internalized it and done what you need to do. Do you subscribe or keep your 7? No, I don't. I don't keep my 7018 in a rod oven. I know if it has moisture as soon as I strike up. You can tell by the way it spits and pops. So what I'll do is I do kind of what I call a ghetto rod oven. I'll throw them on my steel bumper and then take my rosebud torch and just heat over it. Can you flux core with gasless TIG for less spatter? Flux core with gasless. No, that won't work. And the reason it won't work is because the tungsten in the TIG welding process needs to be shielded by gas when it becomes red hot, or else it starts to break down and disintegrate. You need to have that argon atmosphere for your tungsten. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, on and off. This is an off weekend. Got the Outlaw, my Silverado right now, have more business cards, so I need to push advertising more. I'm 16, welding for 3 years. Nice, man. Yeah, rodeo's a good spot to start, especially if you're out west welding, because as long as this shit sticks together, that's all that matters, you know? And I'm not saying that I don't know how good you are at welding, but I know when I first started at 3 years in, I wasn't awesome. But build trailers, I mean, shit, your welds are probably 10 times better than any trailer builder I've ever seen. Thanks, Jewel. Well, I wish I could do that for you, but I'm busy anyway. I don't have any real friends anyway. This is my friend here. That's it. How do I get less spatter for flux core? Turn that voltage down. You got it too hot. Basically, what's happening is you're melting. I don't want to say melting. You're putting too much voltage through that flux core before it gets a chance to stick to the base metal.
They are just totally opposed to cold water.
Thanks, JF. I appreciate that. I have very far and few friends in real life. I have 2, 3, I'd say I have 5 friends in real life, honestly. You know, besides my wife and my mom and my dad, obviously, you know, if you don't count them. I can send you, yeah, go ahead, brother. Absolutely, Bryce. Why not? You know, it's Meltin Metal Mobile on YouTube or on Instagram. What type of welding jobs did you take on when you first started your mobile? Man, all sorts of stuff. This is the guy who got me into mobile welding. He didn't mean to, but we were doing a land clearing service and we needed stuff fixed. And I just started welding our stuff back together and it held. So I did a track roller holder on his link belt excavator and it's still hanging on. I think he sold the machine, but I think it's been 12 or 13 years since I did that. So I just kind of had a knack for it. I would like a 4x3 foot CNC plasma. I like any sort of CNC plasma. I just met with Beartooth Metalworks of Billings, Montana yesterday. Super, super cool guy. And he has a 5x10 table. I had I had CNC table envy for sure. You do a lot of landing gears on trailers. Yeah, that's a good spot. You know, that's good money. It's just sometimes the truck drivers, you gotta be careful. I've gotten screwed by a couple. So you just gotta be careful with those dudes sometimes. But, all right guys, at 30 minutes, I'm gonna end this. So if you have questions, just let me know. I'll answer them.
Nice day to come there.
Awesome, Jeffrey. I'm glad to hear that. Or Geoffrey. I don't know how to say that. Mr. Murray. I'm going to call you Mr. Murray instead. Yeah, I don't know how, you know, I'm awesome. I'm glad to hear that you stepped out. That was a similar story with Beartooth. When I talked to him, he stepped out recently at like 42. I want to say 40. So it's never too late to step out on your own if you've been welding for a long time, especially if you've been welding for a long time. He has the cleanest one-man shop I've ever seen in my life. I work for a company, paid by the hour. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to eventually go independent, I got videos that'll tell you how to do it. You know, Jewel, if that's what you're looking to do.
Mountain snow and all that, but I don't know if
My best year financially, about 300. That was about the best I ever did. I was cranking 7 days a week. We did about 300 that year. And that's gross, of course. I don't know what I can't remember the net. Thanks, Joffrey. Yeah, step out. Don't worry about it, man. If it's time for you to take that step, to become independent, do it. Don't hesitate. It's really not that crazy. Nice. The VA? Oh, Virginia. You're going to Virginia next summer. Okay. I'm going to be VA like you were a vet for a second. But yeah, no, Virginia. Yeah, I don't know how the market is in Virginia. I know there's a lot of pipe going on up there. I don't like pipe. I'll do it, but... Oh, you're a vet also. Well, thanks for your service, man. Appreciate that. The biggest... probably fuel. I'd say fuel is the biggest expense. I probably burn 100 to... Probably 100 a day. Average. Is probably fuel. I'd say the second biggest expense would be cut-off wheels. Stuff like that. Maybe I can get a gas station to sponsor me and I can just get fuel for free. I used to be certified, Cody. I no longer am, but it's 6 months is what the certs last for anymore. So I don't bother getting recertified unless somebody asks me. And then what I do is I just find a CWI, which Paul Sabolowski, one of my best friends, is. And I can just go, like, let's say if I'm in Florida, I need a D11. I'll just go see Paul and say, Paul, test me for a D11. And then he'll go send it off to a X-ray or an NDA, non-destructive NDT maybe, non-destructive test. They X-ray it. They use some sort of particle scanner, and then they see if I have any porosity or any inclusions, wagon tracks, etc. in the weld. And then I get the cert once I've passed, or I can do, you know, whatever cert, any cert. And then he can also qualify me as a CWI for welding procedures. So let's say I run into an instance of a welding procedure that really doesn't exist, like a structural aluminum overhead TIG, which is probably, it might exist. You'd have to ask Jason to Art Junkies if that exists. But I could go to Paul and I could do that test in front of Paul, and Paul could write me a procedure, and then I could go, he could get it x-rayed, make sure it was good, and then I could have that unique procedure. And then if I was asked, I could present that certificate, which isn't it isn't a D11, it isn't a D whatever. It's just aluminum structural, I'm sure they would call it, or something like that. Wagon tracks are next to the weld is when you have too much undercut and you're not filling it in your next pass, and it basically leaves a void. They call it wagon tracks.
Well, I'm not mowing the grass.
I don't diesel. I really don't teach welding. I'm just showing you what it's like to be a day-to-day mobile welder. I can tell you about it. I'm not so much a teacher. Unless you lived in my community and you were somebody who wanted to learn, then I would teach you. But if you want an online teacher, just look up Jody from Welding Tips and Tricks, and that guy's a master. He's the best. There's no reason for me to get out there and do something that's already been done by somebody who's better than me at it. You know what I mean? So what he's not showing and what he's not better than me at is mobile welding, you know? Yeah, Jody is the shit, Jackie Chan. You're not kidding. How much do I make a year? Well, I just kind of answered this. It depends how much I work. You know, I mean, it just depends. It really depends. Oh, no problem, JF. Have a great day. You know, 100 some years, like I said, my best year was close to 300. So, you know, if I subcontract a lot, I can make more. So what I try to do is I try to take work, and if it's too much for me, I'll find a guy I know can do it. I'll send him the work. He does it for me. I get 20%. So if you can do that a bunch of times and you can emulate that, then you can make a lot of money. And actually, that's a tactic I learned from him. So my dad, basically what he did was he owned a trucking company, and he subcontracts truckers to deliver the dirt and what have you. And he makes his percentage off of doing that. So that was an idea I stole from him. What's up, Ryan? He is Jackie Chan. Good description. He is the Jackie Chan. What's up, Ryan? Hey man, I've always wanted mobile welding. Maybe want to do it more. I'm building a welding rig right now. I am a senior in high school. I have plenty of jobs at the moment. Any tips? Just stay honest, man. Don't let the money get in the way. The biggest problem I've seen for mobile welders is they think about that dollar instead of the quality of their work. Just concentrate on that quality work. If it takes you twice as long as you thought, well, that's your problem. It's not the customer's problem. They should get a great product regardless if you underbid it or not. What's up, Gabe? Northern Cal, what part? Okay, Diesel, okay, appreciate it. Sean Shaw. About 4, and ain't getting many phone calls. Get out there, Sean. Get out there. Start meeting the people in your community. Try to be a likable guy. I know that's harder, easier said than done. Pass out cards. Let people know what you do. And everyone around you should know what you do. You know, when you're at a bar or something, if you need work, you should be out there talking to everybody about it. Do you think you could be more? For example, possibly a welder and electrician? Yeah, I don't see why not, Alexis, but it's one of those things that doesn't really cross over. You'd be better off being maybe a mechanic and a welder, you know, because they kind of cross over, where being an electrician and a welder, sure, it's helpful personally, but you're probably going to end up doing one more than the other, or you'll be too busy to do one good. What motivates you to do YouTube? Oh man, helping people out. I think I really like being able to get people out of the funk they're in, or pull them out of, you know, some poverty. Because it wasn't long ago that, you know, maybe I was picking through the trash to make my living, you know, did it bother me? Not really. I kind of liked it, but at the same time, that's really what my goal is, to pull you guys out of that. You know, this is as much money as I can ever make. You know, whether it be a side gig for you to mobile weld, or whether it be your full-time gig, you're gonna make more money doing this than you're gonna make doing most things. So that's really the reason I started doing this. Thoughts on cold calling businesses? I don't believe in cold calling businesses. Bay Area, nice, Gabe. I don't believe in cold calling because you're not face-to-face with the customer. I would go and I'd want to be face-to-face with the customer. Personally, if somebody's going to try to sell me a service, I want to see them face-to-face. So I would say you definitely want to show up at the business. The problem with that is if it's too large of a business, you might run into what I call the gatekeeper or the secretary, and the secretary might not want you to, you know, deal with them. Cold calling business is basically just calling them up and seeing if they need a welder. You know, not my preferred advertising method. Side those small repairs, extra money, and tips for promoting. If you're just doing it as a side gig, Facebook Marketplace is great. Craigslist is great. Having a small Facebook page is great. Instagram is great. And, you know, just keep it to your repairs. You know, for me, my Instagram, YouTube, and all the social media is for you guys. It's not for my customers. My customers I meet in person usually, and they get to know me, they like me, so they let me film the jobs, you know? That is very true. I'm a welder first and an electrician second. They don't really cross over in the field. No, they don't. Very rarely would they. I mean, if you had to, like, put a tack weld on some conduit, maybe. Shaw Welding is. I don't know what that means. But no, it looks like rain.
Putting my feet in.
Now that I'm not already wet, so I guess what's the difference? All right, guys, about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna hop off of here. Why don't you guys do me a favor? If I've helped you, do me a favor and just wish Dad a happy birthday. Tell Dad happy birthday.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm at my limit. Just wish Dad a happy birthday.
Isn't it true?
Yeah, you put your hands up.
You gotta keep your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Bergen Pilsner. Calling him Welding. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
It does help.
Wish the old man a happy birthday.
You feel cool.
He's the reason I am where I am today. So, no, I still have the F450. I sold the big truck. No problem, Jackie. I'm glad my content's been helping you.
Really?
How long have I been welding for? I've been welding for 12 years, 13 years, somewhere in that range. Any ideas of making better money doing structural or fab? Just keep doing it. I mean, I don't know. You got to know the bid process because structural and fab is all bid. So you have to know what things are going to take you and what they're going to cost you. But all right, guys, we're at 30 minutes. I'm going to get off here. It was great chatting with you guys. I hope I answered some of your questions. Again, I'm Meltin Metal Anthony. If you liked the live stream, that's great. If you didn't like it, go fuck yourself.
I pulled over before you even had a chance.
People, Joe.
He pulled me over and I just handed him my license. I sound